Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my Abyssal Demons Guide. So, for one of the most popular methods to slay, one of the most popular creatures, probably one of the most famous slayer creatures in the game, if not the most famous, I put this guide off for quite a while, and I have a couple reasons for that, but I will get into why this task is so good and why you should be super excited if you get this one soon. First of all, there is a quite high Slayer rate there, 140k XP to 210k Slayer XP per hour. Of course, this is a very wide range, and the main reason for that is because at lower levels you can't really get nearly that super high XP per hour, especially if you're someone with like Chaotix and a fairly low summoning level. You're not going to be getting up to that high level, but if you have like tier 90 weapons and good summoning, you can get just completely amazing XP here. Also, the profit at Abbey Demons, you know, it's okay. It's not amazing, about 1.5 to 2.5 mil an hour. That somewhat depends on whether you get a wand or not. I'm averaging myself about 2 mil an hour here on task, and that's pretty much just AFKing a little bit and using my spring cleaner and gem bag to take care of most of the drops for me. Also, the charms are fairly decent, around 200 crimsons an hour or so, which is respectable. It's definitely not Water Fiend's level-ish, but you will get a decent amount of crimsons and help build up your summoning a little bit during this task. And now we get into the gear setups and also the inventory. As you can see, the inventory is pretty plain. You just want to make sure that you have a Steel Titan, Iron Titan, or Nail Beast. If you do plan on using a combat summoning familiar, you can use a Yak to bank the ashes if you want, but it's probably not worth it with the current price of ashes. Also, in the lower left-hand corner of my inventory, that is a spring cleaner. You can get those off of Treasure Hunter, kind of as a rare reward. So if you have one, just make sure that you're bringing that along because it will crush the adamant battle axes and the rune items that they drop. Really nice. Also, for this task, you want to make sure that you have a gem bag because they drop a lot of rubies, so you want to pick them up because they're about 3.5k each. In the lower right-hand corner of my pack, that item is called an attuned ectoplasmator. What you need to do is buy ghostly essence off the GE and use it on a regular ectoplasmator, and it'll turn it into a tuned one. It is a rare drop from pretty much every type of ghost. So out of the two gear setups, the one that I would highly recommend is the magic setup, and you can do this. You don't have to have a noxious staff or seismics. You can do this with level 80 weapons, and it works pretty well. Also, my legs that I'm wearing are called Mauritania Legs 4. They are from the Mauritania task. If you have them, wear them. If not, don't bother and you can just wear whatever magic gear you have. However, the Mauritania legs provide a 10% bonus Slayer boost while slaying in the Slayer Tower in terms of XP, so that's always really nice. Also, I'm wearing a Demon Horn necklace, and this is because the Demon Horn necklace works with the attuned ectoplasmator. The attuned ectoplasmator is essentially just a bone crusher for Infernal Ashes, and it will restore your prayer with the Demon Horn. And for the melee setup, just make sure you're bringing Dark Light. Again, if you don't have the highest accuracy, if you do not have access to Turmoil and Extreme Potions, you might struggle a little bit with Dark Light because even though it provides a high amount of bonus damage against demons, it does not provide a whole lot of accuracy. So if you have lower stats and don't have access to that stuff that can buff up your attack, you can just go ahead and go with a Chaotic main hand or Dragor main hand or whatever you have to use. So I will be showing both the magic and melee methods of killing Abyssal demons. You can kill them with range, but I really wouldn't recommend it, and it's probably not a great idea considering the magic and melee weapons are much better to do here. So just make sure that once you go to the Slayer Tower, pick up a contract from Marcus that will give you 20% extra XP while killing the Abbey demons, so that is definitely worth it. Also, a nice little cash pile at the end of the task after you cash it in, or you can even cash it in for combat XP if you want to. I'm not really sure why you would, if you can get like 250k gold or just a little bit of measly combat XP, which is very easily gained many other ways. So essentially how the magic method works is you want to have Chain and Dragon Breath as the first two abilities on your action bar with Revolution active, and what this will do is it will aggro the Abyssal demons and make sure they're all around you, and then the Chain and the Dragon Breath will just completely wreck them. Also, just make sure you're using the Sunshine ability a lot, as that will boost your bonus damage, and this is just absolutely crazy XP doing this. While I was doing it, at least I was getting a little bit over 210k Slayer an hour with the Steel Titan as well, so I have the Steel Titan out. Again, this is not necessary, and it only boosts your damage by about 4 or 5%, so if you don't have a Steel Titan, by no means are you missing out on some huge benefit. It doesn't help all that much here because the Abyssal demons have such low health. You'll be KOing them really fast, and the Steel Titan won't have much opportunity to get his specs in. But other than that, this is a really easy method. You just want to stand in the middle and go ham. Again, you can do this even without a tier 90 staff. You don't have to have tier 90 magic weapons to do this. This also works very well with a chaotic staff. The Abyssal demons are very weak to mage, even though their weakness is melee. They're also weak to mage, I guess, because they're demons. So you can just go ham with the chaotic staff reverse one and book if you want to, and you can be completely fine. The melee method of abyssal demons is much more conventional. You just run around hitting them. Again, with the dark light, it has terrible accuracy, but if you can get the accuracy up there to hit every single time, it does a lot more damage than a main hand Dragor does. It just hits absolutely crazy, as I'm sure you'll see here. It's ridiculous how much bonus damage this thing has against demons, but you really have to get that accuracy up to use it effectively. So again, if you have the demon horn and the attuned ectoplasmator, that's unlimited prayer, so just use turmoil or use whatever boosting prayers you want to use, and as long as you can get the accuracy up there, that's the way you want to go. If you can't get the accuracy up, you want to use a different melee weapon. Other than that, the main method for killing these things I've found is to use thresholds on them. You can use the destroy, assault, tendrils, as well as the slaughter thresholds. All of them work really well against the abyssal demons. I personally wouldn't really recommend berserking because you lose all your adrenaline, and since the Abbey demons get pretty spread out, it doesn't always work so well. Also, they have really low health, so you KO them within a couple abilities anyway. Berserk isn't very effective here. Just save your adrenaline and use a bunch of thresholds, and that's really the way that you want to go while killing these things. So the overall verdict on this task: it's amazing. Do it as much as possible. Put it on your favorite list. By all means, use your Abbey mask every single day to get extra tasks. The rewards: 105k Slayer XP in 29 minutes. That is ridiculous Slayer XP. Go for that. That is over 200k an hour quite easily, and somewhat AFK as well. So that's just absolutely completely worth it. Money isn't amazing. I only made a little bit over a mil in roughly half an hour, but it is what it is. It's not that important. Slayer isn't all about the money. There are tasks that are good for that, and there are tasks that are just downright amazing XP. So that's about all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to check out the rest of my Slayer guides. The link will be on the screen as well as in the description, and I will see you tomorrow. Farewell.